Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin. Thank you so much for joining me on your mat today. Today we'll move through a nice slow flow, so we're just going to move with intention and we'll get started in a child's pose. So find your way into your child's pose. Knees can be separated as far as you'd like. Bring the big toes to touch and then start to extend the arms out in front of you. Forehead comes down to the earth. And just take a moment here to root down. Notice the breath. Taking the deepest breath you've taken all day. In through the nose. And out through the nose. Starting to set your intention for today's practice. Maybe just to move with intention. But whatever your intention is, whatever you chose, allow it to bring you through your practice. Slowly start to ground down through the palms. Start to lift the elbows up. Take a few more breaths right here. And then sliding the hands slightly in, we'll come up into a tabletop position. So walking the knees in if you take a wider child's pose. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Notice the navel drawing toward the spine. Then we'll move with intention. Inhale, drop the belly, heart presses forward, lift the chin, lift the gaze. And exhale as you round the spine. Tuck the chin toward the chest, really press the ground away from you. Inhale, dropping the belly, heart presses forward, lift the chin, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. One more time like that. Inhale, belly drops, heart rises. Exhale to press the ground away, doming the spine. And then come back to a neutral tabletop position. We'll walk the hands slightly forward, start to tuck the toes. Lifting the sit bones up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Feet about hip distance apart, maybe starting to bend deeply into one leg and the other, maybe gently moving the hips from side to side. Grounding down through the palms, the finger pad, separating the fingers, really rooting down through the thumb and the index fingers. Maybe gently lifting the heels, lowering them as far as feels comfortable, lifting and lowering. And then settle into this space. Deep breaths here. Breathing in and out through the nose. Moving slowly, we'll inhale. Start to wave the spine all the way forward to plank pose. Stack shoulders over wrists. Exhale, we'll lift up and back, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, wave the spine all the way forward to plank, coming onto the balls of the feet. Stack shoulders over wrists. Exhale all the way back. Inhale one more time. Wave the spine all the way forward. And exhale all the way back. This time we'll add on, wave the spine all the way forward. Drop the knees to the earth. Elbows bend back. Come all the way down to your belly. So as you arrive on your belly, hug the elbows in toward the ribs. Ground down through the tops of the feet. We'll inhale, start to press down, lift the heart center. Exhale, lower all the way down. Again, inhale, heart presses forward, lift the chin. Roll the shoulders back, exhale all the way down. One more time, inhale, press down to lift up. Exhale all the way down, and then press back into your child's pose. Pausing here for a moment. Take 2 deep breaths. Keeping the arms extended out in front of you. We'll slowly meet back in downward facing dog. So starting to walk the hands forward, again tucking the toes, lifting the sit bones up and back. Come back into that down dog. From here, we'll start to shift the gaze forward toward the hands and take tiny little baby steps with bent knees all the way up to the hands. Bringing the hands behind the wrists, keep a nice bend in the knees. We'll grab a hold of opposite elbows and allow the upper body to just gently sway side to side in ragdoll. Maybe nodding the head yes and no, releasing tension in the neck. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Slowly release the hands toward the earth. We'll heel toe the feet to your hip distance apart. And then keeping that bend in the knees, roll all the way to the top of your mat, one vertebra at a time, all the way up to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. So arms come down by your side, soften the shoulders, lengthen through the spine. Deep breaths here, maybe close the eyes. And we'll slowly blink open the eyes if they're closed. Inhale, arms reach on overhead, palms can press at the top. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart, take a slight back bend. Inhale, arms reach toward the sky, lengthen through the sides of the body. Exhale as you fold all the way forward and down. Hands can come through heart center as you make your way into your fold. Inhale, hands to shins, lift halfway, lengthen through the spine. Exhale as you fold all the way forward and down. Hands can come to the earth. Inhale to rise all the way up. Arms reach on overhead. Exhale right into that back bend. Open the heart. Inhale, arms sweep on overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Fold all the way forward and down. Inhale, hands to shins. Lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the earth, fold forward. Inhale to rise, arms reach on overhead, palms can press at the top. And exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, adding on, arms reach on overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold all the way forward and down. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hands to the earth. We're going to step the left foot all the way to the back of our mat. Drop the back knee. You can tuck the back toes or untuck the back toes, whatever feels most comfortable in your ankle. And press down to reach the arms on overhead. Find your Anjaneyasana low lunge. Lengthen through the sides of the body, soften the shoulders, deep breaths here. Breathing into this space, squaring the hips toward the front of the room. So if you need to bring your hands to your hips and draw the right hip back, left hip forward, and then you can reach the arms back overhead, navel toward the spine. Deep breaths here. Softening the shoulders. We'll start to lower the hands all the way down to the earth. Start to tent the fingertips. Walk the hands in toward the body and then peel the right toes toward the sky for half splits. So flexing the right foot. Maybe you just stay upright. This is perfectly fine. You can also always grab blocks and place them underneath your hands. If you don't have blocks, you can just use stacks of books. That always works too. So wherever you are, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, gently deepen into your variation. So maybe you bend the elbows, maybe the arms stay straight. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to deepen. One more deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly start to walk the hands forward to frame the front foot. Ground down through the palms, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step it all the way back. Downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale, we're going to lift the right leg toward the sky. Go ahead and stack the hips, point the toes. You start to bend into the knee. Keep the shoulders squared toward the mat. Slowly start to unwind, and we'll step the right foot all the way up between the hands. You can always use your hands to help guide it there. And then step the left foot to meet the right at the top of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Arms reach on overhead. Palms can press. Exhale, cactus, the arms open, the heart. Inhale, arms reach on overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold all the way forward and down. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen through the spine, hands to shins. Exhale as your hands come to the earth. Step the right foot all the way to the back of the mat this time. Lower the back knee. You can tuck or untuck the back toes. Rise up, Anjaneyasana, stacking the left knee over the ankle. Hips draw toward the top of your mat. Right hip draws forward, left hip draws back. Deep breaths. Soften the shoulders, navel toward the spine, lengthen through the sides of the body. Pausing here. Slowly, you start to lower the hands all the way down to the earth. Tenting the fingertips, walk the hands in toward the body. Start to peel the left toes toward the sky. Lengthening through the sides of the body. Again, hands either on the earth, on books, on blocks. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, gently deepen into your fold. Using the breath as a tool. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, one more breath here. Exhale. Start to walk the hands forward toward the top of the mat. Tuck the back toes, start to lift the back knee, press it back. Downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. We'll inhale, reach the left leg toward the sky. Pointing the toes, stacking the hips, bending the knee, opening the hip toward the side. Keep the shoulders squared toward the earth. Pause here. Start to unwind. We'll step the left foot all the way up between the hands at the top of the mat. Keeping the back knee lifted, step the right foot to meet the left. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to rise, arms reach on overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pausing here, 2 deep breaths. If the eyes are closed, start to blink them open. We'll inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus, the arms open, the heart. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands through heart center all the way down to the earth. Inhale to lift halfway, hands can come to shins. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step it all the way back to downward facing dog. And then lower the knees to the mat. Untuck the toes, child's pose. 2 deep breaths. From here, we're going to move with the breath. So slowly start to inhale. As you come up onto your shins, reach the arms on overhead. Exhale, hands come all the way down to the mat. Crawl all the way out onto your belly. Untucking the toes. Inhale, press down to lift up the heart. Exhale as you lower down and press all the way back to child's pose. We'll move through that 2 more times. Inhale, rise up onto the shins, arms reach on overhead. Exhale, hands come down to the earth, crawl all the way out onto your belly. Inhale, peel the upper body off of the mat. Exhale, lower down and press all the way back to child's pose. 1 more time. Inhale, rise onto the shins, arms reach on overhead. Exhale, hands come down to the earth, walk all the way out onto your belly. Inhale, peel the upper body off of the mat. Exhale, lower back down and press all the way to child's pose. Slowly start to slide the hands in toward the body. Coming up onto the shins, we'll extend the legs out in front of us. You can move toward the front of your mat if you're toward the back. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together to touch. Knees out toward the side, Baddha Konasana. Hands can be on your ankles or around your toes. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, start to hinge the heart forward. Keep a straight spine for a moment. See how far you can go with a straight spine, and then go ahead and round the spine. You can use the elbows to help press the knees closer toward the earth. Releasing tension in the hips. Start to come all the way back up. Use the hands to guide the knees together to touch. Come all the way down to your back and draw the knees in toward the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Rocking gently side to side. And then go ahead and stack the knees over the hips, flexing through the feet. Arms come out to cactus. We'll gently lower the knees over toward the right side. Shift the gaze over the left shoulder. You can bring your right hand to the top of your thigh if you'd like. You can always extend that arm straight out if that feels better, or even at an angle if that feels good on your shoulder. Taking 2 deep breaths. Slowly, when you're ready, starting to draw the knees back to center. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe even draw the forehead toward the knees. And then coming back down, stacking the knees over the hips, flexing through the feet. Arms come back out through cactus. Start to lower the knees over toward the left side, just as far as it feels comfortable for you. Maybe the left hand comes on top of the thigh. Gaze to the right. Softening into this side of your twist for a few deep breaths. Taking one more deep breath here. Start to make your way back to center. Draw the knees back in toward the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Draw the forehead toward the knees. And slowly begin to lower all the way down into your Shavasana. So getting comfortable, feet about mat distance apart. You can bring your arms down by your side, palms facing up. And soften. Let go. Slowly start to deepen your breath. You can start to gently invite movement back into the body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe moving the wrists and the ankles. Starting to reach the arms all the way overhead. Give yourself a nice big stretch, pointing through the toes. Drawing the knees in closer toward the body gently. Roll over to one side, bringing your head to rest on your bicep, opposite hand grounded to the earth. And then press yourself up to a comfortable cross-legged seated position, hands at heart center, bowing the chin toward the chest. Take a moment to reflect on the intention that you set at the very beginning of our practice today, moving with intention. I thank you for letting me guide you through your practice today, and I hope to see you again on your mat. Namaste.